Right, what is up, everybody? So I'm pretty excited today. I got this book here that I ordered a couple days ago. Python Crash Course. Um, and today I'm just going to be going through the very basics, basically the starting point of where you would be if you wanted to learn Python. Um, so I'm going to go through this book. I don't know if I'll go through the whole book throughout the series, but I'll be referring to this book to do different tutorials on Python. So today is going to be the starting point. We're going to basically download Python. We're going to install the Sublime text editor. I also have IntelliJ on my computer. The only reason I mention it is because I already made a video on how to set up Python in IntelliJ. So I'll try to put a link to that in my description. If you guys want to use IntelliJ, you're welcome to do that. Um, this kind of goes through and basically uses Sublime, so I figured why not go through the whole process of setting up a new IDE for those of you that haven't done so already. Um, yeah, so we're gonna do that. Um, so obviously this is Python's website, so go here first. So we'll go ahead and we'll download Python. Okay, there we go. So that download for Windows right there. Upgrade now. Select upgrade now to keep your current settings or choose customize. Because it's already showing Python. Alright, so on mine, because I already had Python, it looks like it's just going to upgrade it. The next thing we're going to do is to download Sublime. So we got this right here. Download for Windows right at the top. And it looks like they have Mac and Linux as well. So again, whatever operating system you guys are on, just go ahead and download it for that. You can put it on whatever drive you guys want. My C drive's just getting a little full, so wanted to make sure that I put it on another one. And just kind of follow through the setup here. All right, so now that we've downloaded Sublime and we've also downloaded Python, or at least updated it if you already had it, we are just going to go down here and we can search for Sublime. Go ahead and click on that. Once you open it up, this is basically going to be your text editor. This is going to be your integrated development environment where you will be writing your code. As you can see, Sublime is a very simple text editor. There's not a lot of menus here. It's very, very simple. And I think that's why this book suggested it for beginners. So I'm going to go ahead and I'll walk you guys through how to write your first program that will just print hello world. After that, I'm going to do the same program inside of IntelliJ, and I'll show you guys kind of the difference between the two IDEs. But first thing, before you even start writing anything in Sublime, we're going to just go to your files. So, I mean, you can search for File Explorer, or if it's on your taskbar, you can just click on it. And what you want to do is somewhere on your computer, for me, I guess I'll just do the desktop here. We're just going to create a new folder. So, I mean, I wouldn't suggest doing it on your desktop. I would do it in your documents or something, but for the sake of this video, I'm just going to create a new folder called Python projects. All right, so we'll save that there. After that is done, then you're going to come down here or go to File, and we're going to create a new file. So just click on New File, and let's do a Save As, sorry. So we're going to do a Save As, and we're going to go to that folder that we just created for our Python projects. Inside that folder, we're going to create a new file. That I'm just gonna name hello world, and then make sure to do .py. .py is gonna basically tell our text editor that this is a Python file. So once you have that, then you're going to be able to just go ahead and type print and then parentheses, quotations, hello world. And that is it. Once you have that, then you can go into build or tools, and then you're going to go build. And when you build your project, it should print. If it doesn't, you can go to build system here. It'll probably be on automatic. If for some reason it's not working, click on Python, and then you can try to go build again. And that one actually worked. There it goes, hello world. The book over here does go over how to set up a specific, like a new build system if for some reason clicking on Python still doesn't work. So we can go to tools here and we can go to build system. And if you go all the way to the bottom, you can do new build system. And then you're just going to want to erase all of this stuff here and type out exactly what I'm about to type. So it's going to be a CMD, CMD in quotations, and then a colon, a space, brackets, and then in parentheses, you're going to write Python 3, which is just going to be the name. And then in parentheses, dash U, another comma, and then in parentheses, you're going to do a $sign, file, and then a comma at the very end. That's it. And then you can go ahead and save this and just save it in the directory that it opens up in. So it should automatically put it where it should be. And you can just change the title portion of it. So you can change this to just Python, and then you can just do 3, or, you know, custom maybe. Python custom's fine. Hit save. And then you guys can try to go ahead and use that build system. You say I already have Python 3, which is the same as Python custom. Those are 2 that I made. And that is basically what the book is saying to use. Like I said, that for some reason didn't work on my computer, and that may be just because I have Sublime saved on a different drive than Python. That's what I'm thinking, but I'm not 100% sure. Either way, the way that I got it to work was just going in and actually clicking on this Python that was already there. So then you get your Hello World project. And that's your program. It was able to print Hello World. So now that we have that, I'm going to, like I said, just go real quickly over here to IntelliJ, and I'll just kind of show you the difference between the two IDEs. So let me just open up a new project. Sorry, this is one of the projects that I had previously. We'll just do a new project. Python project. And I'll just call it test. We'll open it in this window. All right. So this is what you would be looking at if you're inside of a different IDE. This is IntelliJ, and as you can see, there's definitely like a little bit more inside of this. So we'll do a Python file, and we can just do hello world, and this is our Python file. So this is how you would do it if you were inside IntelliJ instead of Sublime. As you can see, there's like a little bit different. So I'll do print hello world, and then just hit this little plus sign and go down to basically Python, I guess Python test. I'll just do Python. Apply, okay. So then once you have your configuration set, you should be able to hit that. All right, let's try that. So one of the issues I think I might have had is because I was having it go just to the folder, not to the actual file. This file is going to be my main file. So you can see that the error that I got down here was that I couldn't find the main module inside of this folder. So now that I have it on Hello World, which is the actual file I'm trying to run, it does work. You can see Hello World. But I hope you guys kind of like see the difference now between like IntelliJ versus Sublime. Sublime, there was very little setup at all, and you can see as even I was struggling a little bit to kind of get through all this, get all the settings right. And that can be very frustrating when you're first starting out trying to code and you're not confident in even what you're coding. So you don't really know what to look for. You're like, dude, is the setup wrong in my IDE, or am I just not, typing the code right? Do I have an error? Also, a lot of the errors that come up, you might not really know exactly how to fix them. And there's actually even more setups than I'm showing here because IntelliJ doesn't come pre-set up with Python. I actually have a video which I'll link in the description of me showing how to set up Python in IntelliJ. And Python is actually a plugin, so you actually need to install the plugin before you can even start doing any of these settings that I show here. But like I said, I already made a video on that, so I'm not going to show that in this video, but I will link that in the description if you guys are interested in using IntelliJ and you want the whole full setup on how to get Python running in IntelliJ. So um, yeah, I hope that this is a good kind of example as to why you might want to start with something like Sublime when you're first starting out, so you can focus on just learning the code and it's easy to run. After that, once you get a little bit more familiar with it, if you want to try different IDEs, then go for it. IntelliJ is the one that I use most often. I really like it. The only thing I don't use it for is C++ because it's not that language is not supported in IntelliJ. So I use something like this down here, Visual Studio. Uh, but Sublime I actually didn't know about until I got this book, and just from using it, it seems really great. It seems like a very simple, easy text editor that I will be using throughout, I think, my tutorials on Python. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know there was very little actual Python code in it, but it's going to be pretty lengthy anyway, just having it all set up. So my real goal here was just to be able to get you guys set up with a text editor and Python and be able to begin coding. My future videos will have more tutorials on teaching you how to actually code and how to learn Python. But that is all that I have for this video. If you guys liked it, I'd really appreciate you guys giving it a thumbs up and subscribing to the channel. I put a video out every week, something computer science related, right? My plan is to basically do kind of alternate between weeks, doing 1 week C++, the other week Python, and then eventually probably even some more Java if I do Java projects in the future. A lot of my channel right now, it has JavaFX videos, and that's because the 2 previous programs that I did for my software classes were in Java using FX. So either way, I hope you guys enjoy this video. I hope it helped you begin your journey into coding.